I don't know if y'all saw, but 23andMe is going bankrupt, and I imagine Providence has some stake in what happens with all that data, because it was y'all that were looking it up and like, no, I just wonder, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, I don't know, there's just some days where I feel like a little Scandinavian, and no, it's just fun to find out. It's like, just how German am I? And you get those percentage breakdowns and stuff. It's like, all right, do you? I don't know. I wonder. I truly wonder. I knew they had some black people in the commercials, but I do wonder how many of us it was. Because every time I saw an ad for like a 23andMe, I was like, I have a general idea. Nah, I don't need to be sad today. I would rather not. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just send me a bag. Send me a PDF that says, slavery. They got you. No, I was good. And one of the reasons that was good is that early on, like I'm finally vindicated where I can say this and not seem crazy, because even at best, if my thing is like wrong, it still wasn't the best business plan, so they're going to, so I don't look as, because my friends looked at me like I was out of my mind. I had so many friends, all white. I had so many friends doing 23andMe, and I was like, don't do it! And because I was a truther. I was like, look at what the company is doing, and look at what they're researching. You know what I mean? There are so many of these like heritage companies that are also putting money into pharmaceutical industry. And it's just to figure out how much of something people get when they're a certain lineage, invest in those drugs, expecting that thing to finally pop up one day. And people were like, that's so paranoid. And I was like, yeah. Paranoid is... Paranoid is like why I won't do the thing. Like, okay, how do I put this? Paranoid to me is if you're right and you're paranoid, you're like spot on. If you're paranoid and you happen to be wrong, you do start to be crazy. Like that is what a crazy person, like that's, now I'm crazy. If I was wrong and they were just a blossoming company and they were only helping the world, I'd be that one dude on the corner, don't take it. You know what I mean? That would be me. But look, all I'm saying is I told so many people, I was like, hey, you don't need to know. You made it through. Because then I had some friends where I was like, you don't even need to know because I can tell you. How about that? I'll do you that favor. You don't need 23andMe, I'll do it for you. I have a friend who, okay, these two friends, they're the sweetest, but they make marriage such a curiosity to me, because I don't get, okay, she had kind of given him this ultimatum, right? Like really, go ahead and like, we're either doing it or we're not, you're either in this or you're out, right? And so then he went ahead and proposed, and they got married. They're still married. And I don't know, like as a bystander, his friend, closer to him than her, I don't know why she would do that to herself, right? because I went out to dinner with them one time, third wheeling it. It's okay because they're married. It's not awkward. I'm just chilling with my buddies, right? My buddy and his wife, who I'm now friends with as well. And the server comes over and we're ordering. And then the server asked if there were any food allergies. I said no. And he turns to her and goes, "Do I?" "Do I have any food allergies?" And she answered. She was like, "Yeah, shellfish." He was about to order the lobster bucket. And I was like, how is it worth keeping him alive like this? You literally forced an ultimatum to make it your job to keep him alive. Your prerogative, do what you want, but wow. You ever been driving and then you see like an animal on the side of the road and you're like, oh, we have to do something. Someone might hit that animal, and so then you stop the car and you catch it and you put it in the back seat and you take it to like a local shelter or something, and they're like, hey, so sorry, we're really overrun. So then you take it home and it sort of becomes your dog over time, and you love it and you take care of it and you keep it alive. And that is exactly what she did with my friend. With my friend, she saw this dude who, if left to his own devices, would eat all the shellfish, not fully hitch himself, fully just get a puffed out head. And she was like, no, I need to not only stop that from happening, I need to make him my entire responsibility. And so when she was like, yeah, shellfish, and he was like, oh, right. I was sitting there like flabbergasted, right? And then we were eating, and as we're eating, she lightly starts choking, right? Like starts choking on her meal, and she's like doing the coughs and trying to get some water. Like just you can hear her trying to force it out, and we both recognize that she's choking, and we both we don't fully stand up because we're in a booth, but we start to like push up a little bit, like as if we're gonna have to get up, and I'm about to come around, and then he's like, spit it out. Sir, what do you think her plan is? Do you think she's like contemplating spitting out, but oh, it's just so good? I bring up this entire thing because he did a 23andMe. And I was like, bro, I can tell you right now, all right? You're half jackass. You're a quarter dumbass. And you're another quarter ass. He has a very big butt. He is thick. No, it's insane. Because then 23andMe not only was getting everyone's like data that had their DNA, also home addresses, also payment methods. So there's so many different things that are bad about a breach to 23andMe versus like a breach of Target or a breach of some other company that has a whole lot of credit card transactions, right? There's like actual things about you as a person in there. And I know as Americans, we don't care about our data. We don't. Our data, man, look. We gotta start respecting ourselves. For real, we are out here loose with our data, all right? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to shame, myself included. We are slutty with our data. Letting anybody get it. Anybody can get it. Anybody that feels like typing can get some of it. Not careful, anything. We could have VPNs. We could have so much stuff. Nah. let's be a little loose. There was already a data breach of 23andMe, and that freaked investors out. It freaked people out. It's like, what do people want with like my DNA results, you know? And then that stuff was apparently sold on the dark web in bits. And it's like, that's terrifying, because I don't know what the dark web is. Everybody keep talking about the dark web, but whenever I go to Safari, it's just regular web. Everybody talking about the dark web. I don't know. I'm not even saying I want on. I just don't know how to get on, which scares me because I feel like I might accidentally get on one day. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know how you could go somewhere? Like, to me, the dark web feels a lot like gang territory. When I was growing up, if you go on a long enough walk, you end up somewhere you're not supposed to be. But you're like, these the same feet that take me home took me here, so I wasn't trying to do anything, but that doesn't matter. Once you're in the territory, it's like, why are you wearing that color? So then imagine, I'm just on the regular internet. I go to Safari, Firefox, any of it, and I type in the website. I get it one letter wrong. All of a sudden my screen black and the letter's green. I'm sitting here trying to get out the matrix as fast as I can. And police quick with it now. They kick open the door like, why you on the dark web? It's like, no, it was my thumb. I didn't want this at all. So yeah, apparently a bunch of our data, a bunch of our DNA results are already on the dark web, which is insane. And then you have 23andMe, to their credit. This is why business is scary in the US, right? We get mad at companies for creating a product. And they used to create a product. Our parents and our grandparents know about this. They used to create a product and they put together the pieces. They had the best pieces to make the best product. And so if it ever broke down and you understood how the product was made, you could buy one of those pieces and fix that product, right? It's why our grandparents had TVs from the 60s. Because you could just go in there, you could open it up and be like, okay. And now purposefully, whether it's for IP, there are places that will sue you. There are certain phone companies that will straight up sue you if you fix people's phones for a business. Then some of those same companies will make it so everything is one use. So if it breaks, you have to buy another one, because that's how they keep the revenue coming in, right? They don't want you to be self-sufficient and actually know how to fix this thing, because then you might do it. They'd make less money. Right? So they make a worse and worse product and they charge more and more for it. And if everybody does it, it becomes the new norm. And so now you don't expect anything to last for 4 or 5 years. And that used to be short term. You used to get things that last you for 10 years. My boy's granddaddy had a laptop. It might be the first laptop. It's honestly so old we can't even tell what the brand icon is, because that wiped away a long time ago. This computer looks like it was made in the movie Dune, like it's futuristic and old at the same time. And you turn it on and the on button is hard. It's extra hard. You gotta press it with some girth. You gotta really lean on that on button if you want to turn it on. If you just press it, the computer's like, you don't want it bad enough. You got to put your thumb almost in that button, and then you hear not even a click, you hear it's every key is clickety clacking and hard as hell. And then when you turn it on, it does cough. Turn it on, it makes all those fake internet sounds. You can hear the fan inside of it fighting for its life. The fan inside, it's because now all the blades of the fans and everything have an almost silent motion to them. Sometimes you can hear you can just hear them if they're really working overtime. I had this Lenovo laptop in college. It was one of the last laptops where it looked like, if you look closely enough, you could see at least one of the fan blades moving, right? The fan in this laptop, first of all, I think it's missing a tooth. Cause it's trying, it's coughing and it's trying, and you can hear it. His computer moans. I forgot to mention that. And then, if you want to turn on Wi-Fi, there's nothing clickable. You want Wi-Fi? You got to hit that switch. You got to slide a switch at the front of the computer. And then you get a little stick with the little edges on the side. Beep, 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 you know. This laptop got everything but an antenna. And his granddad knew computers, or at least he knew computers well enough back when computers first came out, like first computer, just little 0, little 1. He had it on lock. And so he fixed his laptop over and over and over again for years, to the point where even now it'll turn on. You gotta press extra hard, you really gotta lean your body over it, but it'll turn on. And that day is gone. We're not in that anymore. We're in the world of tech companies putting out their products and soldering it to make sure that if you open it, you destroy it, right? And 23andMe, to their credit, they came up with a good product. They came up with a very good product. The problem was you only needed it once. And so that was pretty much their undoing. Some people are going to say it was marketing. Some people are going to say it was general business plan. No, the thing that 23andMe did that was wrong in today's America was making a good product. People only needed it once, and then they could forget about it. And they tried the subscription thing. They tried it. And people, even my white friends were like, no, I got it. I mean, you said 45% Scandinavian. I'm going to take your word for it. I don't need to keep spitting in cups and sending them to you. That was the other thing I didn't trust. You know what I mean? Like, you just spit in a cup and mail it. Nah. Admittedly, that was a black thing for me. I was like, I'm not just gonna put my DNA out there for someone to have in case. Imagine now your mailman a murderer. He see that 23andMe package, he's like, this'll do nicely. Now the mailman kills somebody on his normal schedule. He open up your 23andMe and then dump out your little sample. See, they did it, right? And you can tell they did because they kissed him on the forehead right after. No. And so they made a very good product. Well, some would say an incredible product. There's connection. There's connection in knowing where you come from, especially if you're deeply in search for it. Finding those answers can be really special. Not special enough for me to spit in the cup and then mail it, because it's like, nah, you're not gonna get me, right? But one day, in some way, maybe, it'd be beautiful to figure out exactly where you come from, trace your entire lineage and everything like that. But a good portion of our life is genetics, but another portion is of where you come from are the people around you. The people that raise you are where you come from. Your environment is where you come from. Your culture, your community are where you come from. You know, if you have a good handle on those things, you know yourself. All the rest of the stuff is just gravy, you know? Because they tried to do these like home diagnostics, and that was a very bad idea. They were incredibly inaccurate, so people were either thinking they were in the clear or worrying for no reason, because you would do the 23andMe, and if you did the like pro premium package with the home diagnostics stuff, they'd send your sample back. They give you a PDF being like, yeah, you got diabetes. And then you would be like, are you sure? And they would say, no, I truly have no idea. That's the other reason I didn't do it. Not only am I like, no, I'm not gonna get my DNA out. What if you're a murderer? I also don't want to worry for no reason. Now, imagine somebody sending you something in the mail that's like, it's bad. It's bad, it's very bad. I'm not sure. Don't take my word for it, but it is pretty bad. I already have people in my life to do that. Truly, I already have people in my life giving me horrific medical advice. Just some of the worst stuff you've ever heard in your entire life. I have a friend who doesn't eat vegetables. Doesn't eat vegetables because he doesn't want to eat anything too phallic. I was like, well, explain your logic to me. And he was like, no, just dog, like, why, you want me to eat a cucumber? Try to bite a cucumber right now. It's all in your face, all hard and stuff. Not me. Not me. A carrot? No. I was like, you could chop it up. That's what they do. Do you think in a salad that they just lay the whole thing down? What are you talking about? Chop it up and eat your vegetable. He's like, no. You want me to hold? First of all, you want me to hold it and chop? You want me to hold? You want me to? No. That might give me nightmares, dog. I'm like, all right, yeah, be deficient in everything then. Just walk around needing a nap twice a day. That's on you. Horrific medical advice. The type of medical advice that makes you go, oh, okay. I didn't think there'd be anything worse than WebMD, but I found you. So they were doing these home diagnostic tests and everything, and they were sending people stuff back being like, yeah, you got a bunch of like heart stuff in your family. And then they would act accordingly. They'd go to their doctor, they'd run a bunch of tests. And if they were lucky, that was like incorrect, you know? Or sometimes they would miss whole things, you know? They'd be like, nah, you good. You good. In fact, your blood pressure low. You might want to get something salty right now. No, hit that pork chop right quick. You have the pork chop, all of a sudden you dizzy. Why is my whole left side hurt? And so now that they're going bankrupt, there are people that are looking to buy it, and some of those people are like potentially insurers, which is terrifying. Is everything that I told people not to do when they were on the up and up. I'm like, hey, so now an insurance company is gonna buy your DNA and then not let you do any claims because they're like, no, we know you sick, dog. We saw the 23andMe. You know, because you do a 23andMe of a corporation, they are 100% devil. Also somehow 100% efficient. No, it sucks. I look at where I come from, and like I said, it's from the people who raised me, people who put me together, or what I'm made up of. Like, there are people in my life that I was very fortunate to meet young who were much older, so they had a lot of wisdom to pass down. I remember there was this woman who would she'd just drop gems on me every now and again, out of nowhere, right? One time she said to me, she was like, you know, be very careful when you're picking a partner. Be very careful who you have a child with, because you're not making a baby, you're making a soul. And that's forever. She also once told me, don't ever trust somebody named after fruit. And I was like, what? And she was like, seriously, if somebody comes in your life named Clementine, she a hoe, all right? Don't trust any Clementines, okay? out of nowhere one time she told me. We were just sitting, and she was saying this about people, but she was like, when you finally see yourself the way that the people that love you see you, what a wonderful world that'll be. That's all the world's missing, is people that see themselves the way that the people that love them see them. Truly, like, there's, in everything that people do and everything we search for, we try to find it in all these other places, but there's a level of acceptance that other people have for us, and sometimes we reject it or we think we don't deserve it. But if we could see ourselves, you wish it. You wish it on people when they're battling addiction and depression. You wish, it's like, oh, I just want you to see yourself the way I see you. If you saw yourself the way that I see you, you wouldn't feel this way about yourself. You know? She also once told me never get in an argument with a woman and then eat the pie she makes after that argument. That's a pie full of glass. One time, she told me, I don't even know where it came from, but she said that sometimes when people are searching for love, that all they really need is to find someone who reminds them of their best day. Find someone who feels like their best day. You're gonna argue, you're gonna not be able to stay each other sometimes, but you can find somebody that feels like your best day. You won't always be happy, but you'll be like really in love. She was like, you find someone who feels like the best day that you've ever had. Because the best days only come once in a while. Every day can't be the best day, by definition. But if you find somebody that feels like your best day, you found a truly good life. She also told me that one time she got in an argument with her ex-husband, and she decided to let it go in that moment, you know, and bake him a pie. And she was like, wasn't my best day. I understand why people would want to do 23andMe, and I understand, at least on the surface, why they went bankrupt. They made the mistake of making a really good product and giving it to everybody, and everybody only needed it once. And that is tough. That's tough to watch people use their thing, watch that valuation go up. At one point, it was worth $6 billion. Billion. $6 billion. That's crazy. And then, you know, they started dropping off left and right. You know, people were like, oh, I'm not going to renew their subscription, or I sent it to my friend, but they don't want to take it. And the other reason people didn't want to take it was the other thing they did that was really good, but was their undoing, was they were helping to catch a lot of murderers. There were a lot of murderers who didn't even do 23andMe. They were like, I don't care how Scandinavian I am. And they're like, well, your cousin does. Hands behind your back. And you over here. That's tough. That's tough. You know what I mean? Because listen. I'm not rooting for criminals, okay? But how would you feel if you did all that planning? Do you know what I mean? You do all that planning, you rob a bank, you make it out scot-free. They're gonna make a movie about this one day and not know how to end it. You made it off scot-free, didn't kill anybody, very low charges if they catch you, just brandishing a weapon. Get on the ground, you know, you took all the money and stuff like that, haven't even spent it yet. And then one day, it's very quiet. It's so quiet that you're like, damn, it's quiet in here. And maybe you live in an apartment building. You're like, usually I hear somebody arguing with their spouse, hear some kids maybe. I mean, you know, hear some loud music, some teenagers around here. And you don't hear anything. And then out of nowhere, they bust open your door. They've cleared out all the neighbors, like, get on the ground! And you're like, what? How? How is this possible? You don't even have the money on. You planned it so well, the money's buried in another state. How? Oh, well, when you were robbing the bank, you cut your finger and it bled a little. And a brother you don't know you have spit in a cup in Providence, Rhode Island. And honestly, we wouldn't have found you if it wasn't for that. Like, we were like, all the markers aren't matching and we can't seem to connect the dots. And then your cousin spit in that cup. Turns out, you're pretty Scandinavian. You are very Scandinavian. Picking you up off the floor. Oh, thanks. Had no idea. Carting you off. Who knows? Maybe 23andMe's data, your data, will end up in good hands. Yeah, if you feel that way, you should delete it off the website right now. We are so loose with our data.
Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay, man. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm a little bitter at the moment.
Why?
I had some shows.
It's our 100th episode, and you're going to be bitter about it?
Not about it. I'm very happy about it. I was at some shows at Foxwoods Casino. It's in Connecticut, and at the casino, they have a lot of amenities. They have a lot of things for a non-gambler like me to do, right? So there was an arcade. The arcade was pretty good. It was like, there's two arcades, and they only tell you about one of them, and the other one is way better. That I was almost more upset about that. They tell you about the first arcade, which is like got bubble hockey in it, which was amazing. So
bubble hockey's great.
Even though I lost pretty badly, it was still very fun to play. You know, there's just so much hope when you play bubble hockey. Because even if you have no skill, you're like, wow, I almost hit the goal just then from like twisting my wrist. Anyway, so then they had the Tekken Tag, which was amazing. But they also had go-karts, and they had the serious go-karts for kids that are going to try to be Formula One racers one day. So the go-karts were not only fast, but they were like professionally done.
These were, professional go-karters is what this is.
Okay, so you joke about, God damn it. What is this?
For those of you listening.
Fucking fuck. It makes me so mad, and it's just as we're recording too.
Yeah,
it's
he's
not.
got a
it
fly
doesn't.
in his face. For if you're just listening to the pod, and when I say just listening, we're hoping that this will be our a full video episode. We've got new cameras, but right now Josh is chasing a fly.
Whatever,
and is very angry about it.
Okay,
we told you nothing would change. We told you. We may be 100 episodes in. It's not a goddamn thing changing.
So what ends up happening is we get there and Vince and I go racing, right? And it's too serious when we walk in. When we walk in, it's like there's an energy in there that's like dad. You know that like sports dad, like coach dad, like almost stage dad, but for sports.
Yeah, too
energy.
intense. Too intense. Kind
so
of.
It's too intense when we walk in. So immediately
at go-karts?
At go-karts. But to be fair, these go-karts were dope.
Still though. What are you gonna turn harder? Like what are you gonna say?
You're gonna say turn harder. All right.
Rubbing is racing, Daniel. Like what are you gonna do?
Yeah. And so we get there. Not only do they have suits that you can wear, you can just get one of the suits that's made for like a driver.
You mean like a jumpsuit, not a 3-piece.
No, not a 3-piece, but the jumpsuit is like legit.
Because that would be great if they had formal go-kart.
Formal go-kart racing, yeah.
Please put on your racing tuxedos.
So basically we go in there. And
was that an extra charge to get the uniform?
I don't think so.
No,
I think they were just letting you have it if you wanted it. If you knew what your fit was, they were just letting you put it on. But the helmets were legit. The helmets, I was like, are we in trouble?
Is my head in that much danger?
I've never worn a helmet like that. The helmet made it so that my actual face was in place. Like it wasn't just a helmet. It was like a helmet that like fitted with foam pushing into your cheeks, and like it just kept everything perfectly placed. So they have a head sock for you to put on too. So you put on a head sock, which at first I thought was a sanitary thing, and apparently that's also what racers do. And
racers wear I think that's a lot for, safety, and also I think potentially if like fires. I think if you crash,
I guess if there's a fire, but it was actually too safe that I got nervous because I was like, why is there a flame retardant suit, a helmet that looks like it could take a bullet, and then just me with a head sock on? Like, is this bad?
Because that'd be like if they were doing that before like an amusement park ride, you'd be like, we shouldn't get on this.
Yeah,
they're giving us too much gear. This means you will die on this.
And so we did 2 heats, and in the first heat, you have to remember, this is me remembering how to drive, because I haven't driven since the last time I drove go-karts, which was 4 years ago.
That's a great point. I kind of forgot your inability to drive.
Yeah, so already that's the other thing that made me nervous. I was like, are these fast enough that I could like hurt myself or someone else? Because the last time I went go-karting, you were punching it, and this little thing was like barely getting any steam.
Right.
And I watched a heat before we ran, and I couldn't believe how fast they were. It was like cars. It was like straight cars.
He means the Pixar movie.
Yeah, the cars are talking. So then
he felt like a car. He felt like a cartoon car.
I get in my car, and also the way that they managed it was a little frantic, because then they were getting annoyed at us, like for not having been there a million times or something. Because I guess they're just used to the kids that come every weekend. Because there was even we were knocked back 45 minutes because they couldn't get a bunch of cars going, and the dads were so mad. It was wild. It was like I thought there was going to be a fight because the dads were so mad, and one of the dads was like, "My son races for some like, because you know how F2 is for like the kids, right?
Right, yeah.
So F1, they're still very young. They're still essentially kids. They're like 21, 22, whatever. But F2 is when they could be like, I don't know, 17 or something.
Right.
And so this one guy is like, my son is like a prospect for, I can't remember what team he said, but it was like legit. Like I was actually kidding.
Oh, wow.
I was actually getting nervous. It's like
Now you're like, shit, am I interrupting practice?
Yeah. I was like,
am I ruining someone's career right now by just wanting to have some fun?
100%. Because then we start, and before we start, one of the dads is like, oh yeah, my son is a mechanic. I guess he's like a junior mechanic for something, and then he's on the team for something else. And they were complaining because they were like, oh, it never runs like this, it's always more professional. And in my head, I'm like, wait, is this supposed to be professional? Like, are we in the way right now?
What's happening?
Then it's finally our turn to race, and Vince and I go up, and the guy's just like staring at us, and he's like, grab a head sock. Like it felt like I was on a racing team that I didn't know about, because the guy was like, he had no sense of humor, and he was no help at all. Like he was like, do you know what your number is? Do you know what the number? Look at your screen. Do you know what your number is? And then I was like, yeah.
You accidentally got drafted into a team, my dude.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm car 19. And he was like, all right, well, go to your car. Your race is starting soon. Go to your car. And I was like, oh my God. And so I'm just like running over to the car. I get in, and like nothing on the car feels right. I didn't even know that they had like, not like specs, but they had so many adjustments you could do in the car. And so I just get in, and I'm all uncomfortable. And then the guy walking up, I'm like, I've put my seatbelt on, which is like the real strapped in seatbelt, by the way. This isn't just like over the waist. It's like chest, vest, across, like zip, like fully pulling your straps in. And then the guy walks up, and I was like, he hits the start for my car, but then he's about to walk away. I'm like, hey, is my seatbelt all right? And he's like, yeah, you're fine. And I'm like, is there any way that I could change the pedals? Because it's real close. Like, clearly whoever was in here last was child. Like, is there anything that I could do? And then he pulled it back for me, and then it fit a little bit better. And we take off, and I was both very proud and surprised at myself how well I was controlling it from the start, but I couldn't have been more terrified about how fast it was going. Like it was it was so fast. And then I'm making the corners too, and I'm like, wow, I'm driving. Like I got excited like I was on the actual highway. I was like, wow, I'm driving. This is amazing.
I'm finally a grown-up.
Yeah. This is amazing.
I'm a real boy.
And then I'm in my head, I start like competing, right? So in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to pass him. And I'm like getting around. And then I passed two people, and one of them was clearly not happy about it. Like I just found
this is his job, and you're making it harder to hit his job for him.
I found some space in the turn, and I took it, and I was very happy. I was like, wow, I passed someone go-karting. I don't even drive. Yeah. And so then maybe like 4 laps later, this guy just perfectly nicks me on the back right wheel and sends me into the wall. And so there's a reverse button.
Rubbing is racing. I told you.
And so I hit the reverse, but then you're supposed to only reverse when it's clear so that you can then turn and everything. And so I keep hitting the reverse, but then cars keep coming. So then I just keep slamming myself back into the wall to avoid the people that are about to hit me. And so I'm just, for maybe like 8 minutes, I'm just slamming myself into the wall. Like, not 8 minutes, because I'm sure the race was only like 6 minutes. But like,
if it was 8 minutes.
But I mean, not 8 minutes. I meant 8 times. Sorry, but like for at least 2 laps, 2 what should have been laps for me was me like slamming myself back into the wall over and over, because I was like, they're gonna hit me. Like I'm getting in the way, you know. And so finally, I reverse, I pull out, and then I race the rest. And luckily, we did 2 heats, because then in my second heat, I was like, man. Okay, outside of that guy like bumping me, I think I have it. Like I think I know how to drive now, and And so
I'm gonna go get my license after this. I've done it.
And so then we get in the second batch of cars, and now I feel like a pro because now I'm like, all right, rude guy. I know exactly what car to go to. I'm just gonna walk past you. Whatever. And sit down. We take off again. This time, I still, only because of the race I just had, I actually think I had like a bad car with like fully.
Oh, it's the car's fault.
No.
It's the car's fault. Definitely.
I just did a race where I
definitely
knew
not
less.
The man who doesn't know how to drive. He already said that, but it's definitely the car.
I'm telling you, man, I just did a race where I knew less. I knew less about the car. I knew less about the turns. Like everything I did the first time, I was doing for the first time. So with this one, knowing where the turns are, knowing the rhythm of when I should turn and everything, I was like, yo, this car is bad. And once you start the race, you can't just stand up. But almost immediately after I take off and I go through the first turn, I'm like, I'm in a bad car. Like, this is horrible. I had no grip at all. So then every turn with any speed, I was just drifting. I was straight up. It would have been cool if I had been doing it on purpose. I was turning. When I tell you that I was turning, and like Jason Bourne in the rain was sliding the entire length of the turn, and then I would just hit the gas again to go straight. So for a little while, I thought I could manage it. And then twice I slammed myself into the wall so hard. And then the second heat we did was with the pro guys. So that's the heat. Like the first one we did was with a lot of like families and kids and you know what I mean? Like people that were just trying to have fun. The second one was with the guys who showed up with their own suit.
Oh, okay.
And so then at one point I'm driving and I look around and just 3 of them are boxing me in. I'm like, what's happening right now?
It's like, I get it, especially if they're, pro racers or whatever, but like, fucking calm down.
It was wild.
Don't show up with your own with your own suit and then want to show people up at a go-kart track. That's like showing up with a bag of clubs to putt-putt.
I mean, it's like dunking on a kid. It's like dunking on a little kid.
Exactly. It's like having a caddy carry your putter for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're over at the side, it's like, what do you think? There's a windmill in the way. What do you think I should do?
Hey.
Calm down, kids. Calm down.
No,
I get you're taking it seriously.
It was horrible.
Don't pick on my friend in his 30s.
No, that second car was bad, man. I'm telling you, because the second car, I was like, I would do the thing that you're supposed to do. I'd hit a little bit of brake and I'd start to turn, and I'm still just sliding like I'm on top of water, and then just doing slam into a wall.
Slow and confused 3 Connecticut drifting. That's what you.
Yeah. Man,
I've done that before. I've done the kind of more souped up go-karts, and then I've done the mini drag races. It was at a place in Texas. I was in like 7th grade, so I don't remember exactly where it was or what it was, but like they had like mini drag race cars. And that's all it was. You got in it and they gave you the countdown. And even as like small drag race cars that were like on a track, they had some giddy up and go.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a point where on the course you go up a little bit and that up is some turns, but then there's a straight where you go down, and the straight where you go down makes the car shake so much that I thought the car was coming apart. I thought it was like a Looney Tune. And so anyway, there was one kid there that is like the future. Like there was a little kid there where I was like, hey, my man, I need to get his autograph, maybe.
You're my go-kart hero.
That kid was so fast. He clocked a lap that, just to give you an indication, the second fastest lap was like 12 seconds longer.
Damn.
So he essentially went 1.5 times faster than the second fastest person.
Did he bring his own cart too, or
No. He
just knows which one's the
yeah.
good
He
one?
just knows what he's doing. He's a future world champion.
That's interesting.
I didn't mean to talk about any of this. It was just on my mind when you asked me.
I did not ask you, but okay.
No. When you were like, "Why are you
How are
salty?
you?
Why are you bitter? Why are you upset?"
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that I was just confused about because I'm like, we've been talking. We've been preparing the last few weeks for the celebration of the 100th episode, and we did the mailbag and stuff, and you're just like, I don't know, things are bad. I got beat by some kids in go-kart.
Everybody got their own struggle. I don't know why. When I voice mine, it's like an issue.
It wasn't an issue. I was just surprised that you were in such a sour mood, and then the reasoning made it even better.
So,
how are the gigs though? How are the shows?
the shows were great. Crowds were great. It was a very fun time. I I'm trying to figure out how to even describe it. So I've been saving two things for this episode for quite a while.
Oh, okay.
And I just wanted to check in with you. Is there anything that's on your mind that you want to chat about or anything?
Not in particular. No, I don't think so. I don't think, I'm in this stretch right now of where I haven't really done anything for the last couple weeks. So, so that will change next month. I'm about to be very busy and on the road next month, but I haven't done a lot. I had some friends come out and see me from Chicago, which was good.
Dope.
And I maybe got a little too after it and had to vomit so much into a sink.
Okay. All right.
Just maybe that happened, and it's been a long time since I've thrown up. And that may have been the most.
That's
ever
exactly what we needed. That right there, you've
that right
done
there?
it.
You need that?
This is the perfect tee up. Thank you for doing that.
Whoa. Okay, I didn't mean to tee him up, but here we go.
Okay, so it's a couple of things, but one thing is a thing I don't think I've ever told you about, where I went to this after party for a comedy festival. I won't say which one in case it comes back. Okay. I'd very much like to be invited back, but I went to this comedy festival's after party.
I'm about to talk some shit about it.
No, it's not. It actually wasn't the fault of the festival. It was the fault of the bar.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically, the after party for this festival. This is also should point out, this is before COVID, and
okay.
So there was an open bar for the after party of the festival, because now this is like the last show, last everything, going out with a big hoorah, everybody open bar, right? And one of the things that the bar that they rented out for this event, I guess threw in, because I heard this later, was like, I think 100 or 80 bottles of red wine. And so it's like a lot of red wine that they're throwing in for free on top of the tab to make the bar open, okay. Which at the time, I think I got it. Fuck yes. Which at the time,
it's just good for a podcast when you're in the middle of a sentence to blow aggressively onto your mic.
We can edit it out.
You make it hard when you do it in between, in the middle of a thought.
You want to reslate? We can reslate.
No, I'm not going to reslate. That would be starting the whole podcast over. Reslating does nothing. We also are doing the cameras now too. So if I cut it to where you go, then it just cuts.
Yeah, but if we reslate, then won't you have a place?
Reslating? No, that's not what reslating does.
Oh, okay. So basically,
the slate is to sync everything. It has nothing to do with the edit.
All right, if you say so. So
I'm the fucking editor.
The thing that ends up happening is that they get all of these red wine bottles, which I'm assuming are the same brand, same everything. I don't know because I don't drink, and I didn't drink that night. But
you thought they were all red brand wine?
Just red. You know what I mean? You know that red. You know the red wine that just says red on it? That's apparently the staple wine is red. Don't act like you ain't had none of that red.
I've got 80 bottles of Red's red wine.
Yeah, Red's red wine.
What kind of wine? Just red.
Just red.
Yeah, but there's different types. Don't worry about it.
Crazy enough, tastes like a junkyard.
And some of them are clearly white wines too, but they say red.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that might be some white wine with a little blood in it. So they get all of this free red wine on top of the bar tab, right? Mm-hmm. So for the most part, people are just like pushing the red wine, like the bartenders are, and they're letting everyone know. It's like, hey, let's let people know about the red wine first, because then that might do a little something for us on the back end with the whole open bar thing. And
smart move.
Basically, I get to the after party pretty early. I'm not like a cool guy who's late. And so I get to the after party. I was there an
hour before they opened.
100%. I helped set up just some of the chairs. So I'm there.
I wasn't fashionably late. I fashionably work there now.
Guy just handed me a glass and I just ran with it, you know. So I get there on time-ish for when it starts, so other people don't start showing up for at least like 40 minutes or whatever. And I think there was, to be fair, a show that was happening at the same time that the party started, so it's not as if everyone's fashionably late. It's literally that they came right there from the last show of the festival.
Right.
And sure enough, maybe 2 hours in, so I got there on time, first hour. Other people started getting there. Then an hour after that, when I tell you everybody, like not every single person, but just about everybody that I saw with red wine starts throwing up. Like starts like really gets like really sick almost immediately. And once again,
early in the night, like once they're just having drinks?
Early in the night. So this is early in the night. And it's clearly not their fault because it's people who aren't that drunk, right? And so people just start running to the bathroom.
Whatever this is, or it's
people,
poison.
So the 100 bottles are clearly just like spoiled wine. It's clearly just like wine that's turned, or maybe it was about to turn, and then they were like throwing it in, which...
But I don't know how wine turns like that, because people age wine for decades.
I think if you leave wine open, that's like not aging it anymore. That's like making it go bad. I feel like however you store it.
To do that with 100 bottles, though.
Man, I don't know what to tell you. People just started throwing up red, and I thought it was the end of the world. When I tell you that I thought this was it, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I prayed a little bit. Like, dude, I'm at this party, and all I know is people next to me, people in the bathroom start throwing up full red. Because mind you, I told you that to like color the context of the thing. I didn't know any of that while I was at the party. I just know people are throwing up red, which to me looks like blood.
So you, you didn't know that.
So I thought, God damn it. So I thought everybody was dying.
Right.
I thought everybody that was throwing up red was like, all right, we're here. This is the zombie movie we've been prepping for. And and then eventually a bunch of people realized that they all got sick, that they only drank the red wine. They were like, stop drinking the red wine. But apparently it's like maybe it's how they stored it. I don't know. Because I also don't know that much about wine, but I know that a lot of people threw up.
I don't know enough either. It could it could have had, they can get laced with salmonella or whatever too if they're bottled improperly or whatever. So I don't know. They could have just been drinking poison.
They could have. Like, I don't know. Does salmonella act that fast? Because that means that basically within an hour they must have been knocking them back. Because then within an hour they were throwing up.
Well, yeah, I don't know. This is a mystery. If you know anything about wine and how it can have this effect, email in joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. Let us know.
Yeah, but it was pretty terrible.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and
I
you
threw
just
up a lot of.
reminded me of it with your.
Well, I was going to say it when I threw up a lot. I threw up a lot of red actually, and I was concerned because it came out and it was looking like I'm like I didn't eat anything with tomatoes in it. It seemed like almost like. Because I was seeing like these chunks of it, and it was all very red, and I'm like, "What is this?" I forgot I'd ate a bunch of watermelon, so it had turned everything in my stomach red, and the chunks I was seeing that I thought were like smashed tomato parts were just watermelon that I was regurgitating.
Okay.
And it took me a sec to put that. I only put it together because a friend of mine said he's like, the kitchen smelled very watermelon-y as you were vomiting. And I was like, that makes sense because I was concerned. But I was mainly just trying to aim.
I feel you. I forgot I had a bunch of watermelon.
I did forget that I ate a bunch of watermelon that day.
Okay.
It was a fun grill out day. Had a bunch of watermelon.
So it also then, not a tight segue, but a slight segue, leads me to one of the stories I've been saving for a long time because it just, to me, is such chaotic energy. It's like as comics, we have to do that thing that people call like reading a room, you know, whether it's for comedy or for context of, you know, what's happening or something. And it's so funny
deciding
because
if anyone after a show wants to kick your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. How quickly you should leave. And
yeah.
It's amazing
all things you gotta read.
To me that because it's a skill that we've had to build over years, there's just a different energy to it than in other cases. What's the best way to put this? It's like when something becomes second nature to you almost because you have to do it so often that you forget that the rest of the world isn't building that skill. There was a wedding in Louisiana years ago where these two fine people were they're fine. They're
never has the word fine had more judgment in it.
They're
these two fine people.
Yeah, they're a lot. Anyway, they
are these friends of yours or
loosely, yeah. We don't talk that much anymore, but it's
because of what happened in this story, or
no, but no. The story you'll see why. Anyway, so
all right.
They decided to have family cater the wedding because, you know, they didn't just, it wasn't just a money saving thing. It was like we've always wanted to have this dish at our wedding type thing, and only grandma can cook it, whatever, right?
It's also totally a money saving thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so
why buy food if you can force your grandma to cook for you?
And so the thing that essentially did them in a sense is that one of the matriarchs of the family that they wanted to cook something special was in the hospital for a little while, and that little while crossed over during the wedding. So then they couldn't do the whole prep, and you know, I mean, they were just too sick to do it. Mm-hmm. And so what comes with that is a family member stepping in and being like, just give me the recipe and I'll do it, right? Now, this is essentially one of the things that's being cooked is a pot pie, and it is enough pot pie for like 80 people. So there's like 80 guests at this wedding, and the wedding's
that's a big pie.
It's a big set of pies. It's a big pie. It's all huge, and
be great if they tried to do it in one pie, just one giant comical buffet pie.
Yeah. And so basically,
to feed everyone, I had to increase the recipe 80 times.
I'd increase the recipe 80 times, and also the pan is grandma's bed frame. So
yeah, I was gonna say we had to cook it in a small pool.
Yeah. So I mean, the pool is ruined. All right.
Wrecked.
So
wrecked.
As you enjoy
Absolutely.
this, just know you'll never swim in this thing again.
Yeah. Also, I lost my watch, so it may be in there.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
And so all you need to know is that the family member that steps in is not the one that you call off the bench. All right. This is someone who could really mess up a PB&J. So like this is not the type of person.
You know Aunt Caroline doesn't have taste buds.
You know Aunt Caroline burned her tongue at 82 and never been the same since. And so what ends up happening is this family member steps in, makes the pot pie, and so what's on the plate for the dinner, for the reception, is the pot pie, and the pot pie is essentially like the main, right?
Right.
So it's like almost like beef stew type pot pie with a lot of roast in it, potatoes, peas, carrots,
Right, yeah.
all the stuff, right? Like a nice thick gravy that binds it, holds it all together, and a crispy.
That was my nickname in high school too, by the way.
What did I just
thick-
say? That
Nice thick gravy. Don't worry about it.
So anyway, they're cooking the whole thing, and then they serve, and pot pies on the plate. And then there's also a side of bread, which I just personally found hilarious, because if you get enough pot pie crust, that's just a lot of bread now. And then it was like some spinach, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like everyone got like a little brownie or something that another cousin made or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they're all eating, and they're doing the speeches, while they're eating, right? So dad gives a speech, mom gives a speech, mom and, in-laws give speeches, like everybody, right? And and then they get the DJ to play that first song. They do the dances you're supposed to do, the dad-daughter dance, the first couple dance, all that stuff like that, right? And then they open up the dance floor to everybody. I don't know. I don't actually know what was wrong. All I know is maybe an hour into dancing, maybe it's the gyrating, maybe it's just the heaviness of the pie, but apparently this thing was cooked wrong, and now nobody feels good. Like everybody is sick. Like everybody is sick off this pie. I can only imagine what it's like. That must be what hell is like, to have to dance after eating some thick gravy pie. So now you're just in your own world trying to like groove to it, but you're like, ugh, 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 ugh. And so everybody, they like, I don't even remember.
Cha-cha, real smooth. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't even remember I think it was a Cupid Shuffle where people started to throw up. Like
Jesus Christ.
Like and apparently, because I wasn't at the wedding, and also even if I was invited, you know. And so
what does that mean?
I don't know. I wouldn't have gone. But anyway.
Why you hate these people?
It's not hate. It's not hate at all. It really is
not hate.
It really isn't hate. It's just they're too much. And
what'd they do to you? Have they poisoned you on a previous occasion?
Probably close. That's actually not that far off. Like, yeah, I can see myself having almost been poisoned by some of them if I hung out and ate with them more. And so Cupid Shuffle's going, people moving, and then just a lot of like grabbing people to like hold yourself up and then just letting loose, right? So this is also happening where a couple people I think might be. This is outdoor wedding.
Outdoor wedding?
Yeah, it's outdoor wedding.
Okay. Because it'd be way funnier if it wasn't.
Sure.
If they're just in a reception hall.
But it's like Family Guy levels of people starting to get sick, and there's a mad dash and then a subsequent fight for the bathrooms because it's an outdoor wedding. There's not enough bathrooms. There's not like there isn't a facility. So then there's like the sort of it's almost like a rec center bathroom. Have you ever been to one of those where it's like essentially a brick wall of zigzags and then just an open bathroom, male or female? You know what I'm talking about?
almost like a park shelter kind of bathroom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like that, and because it's like that, it's not big. It's like 2 stalls and then a urinal trough.
Now, well, that trough's about to get full.
Yeah.
But like also, they're outside, right? And they're vomiting, but people are running to the bathrooms. Means
something else is happening.
It means something else. They're not just vomiting.
Yeah.
If you need to race, because if you're outside, go throw up in a corner. Just let it go in the grass. Man.
Yeah.
You're already puking on the grass dance floor.
Yeah. Well,
so
no, the dance floor wasn't grass.
Oh, did they have like a cover on that?
They put a cover. Yeah.
Okay. But that's just slippery.
Yeah.
Now, if something else is happening, it means there's another bodily function.
Yeah.
Betraying these people. Just putting that out there.
And so basically, as that's happening, it's like utter chaos breaks out because now there's a fight for the for the bathrooms, especially on like the male side. Like people are like grabbing each other and pulling each other out of the way and so like the family unit has broken down. Like all those speeches y'all were giving a minute ago about being a new family and having a new son and all that is gone, right? Like this is the Capulets and the Montagues, all right? All over toilets, okay?
Yeah.
And so then as this is happening, I don't know what was going through his head. I don't know anything about why this happened, but the biggest fallout of the entire event is that a cousin on the bride's side chooses this moment of utter chaos to get down on one knee and propose to his girlfriend.
Because first off, proposing at a wedding sucks. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
People are out there doing this shit. Don't do that.
I'm not
Don't
even on the side of like bridezilla, whatever culture thing, but that is a genuine attack. Like, it is just propose at a wedding. Exactly.
There's no other word for it except for fucking rude. It's just rude.
It is so it's
so rude. It ain't about you.
If you propose at a wedding and that person says yes, y'all have to stay together forever. There's no divorce now.
Yeah.
That should be the punishment.
You especially can't like have a canceled engagement. You gotta be right.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you're wrong, you're gonna hear about it from whoever's wedding it was. That is who you are to them now. So first off, even outside of what's currently happening, don't do that.
Yeah.
Second, why then?
Why then?
Why then? What made you think now?
I think that's also my problem.
The way she's screaming in agony.
Yeah. The utter
lets me know I really love her.
Chaos of that moment. And then you're like, this is it. This is what we play for.
I will say it is an immediately memorable engagement.
Yeah.
For them too. No one else will because they are dying internally. So
There's a lot of internal bleeding right now. So
frankly, that may be actually, I'm going to amend what I said. That may be the only good time to propose at a wedding because no one knows you're doing it. Because they're turning inside out. So no one gives a shit that you're proposing right now. Because no one even cares a wedding's happening right now because they're dying.
Yeah. No, it's brutal.
And then you got to go around and try to tell people, like, hey, we got engaged too. And your uncle pulls his head out of the urinal trough. Good job.
Because also, yeah, that's the other thing, is that you have to factor in who's now sick from pot pie drunk.
Yeah. Pot pie drunk.
And I think that's also one of the craziest things about this wedding.
Keith is a real pot pie drunk. I don't know what it means, but I like it.
Like the thing that's also so hard to handle about this entire scenario is that it was like a summer wedding in Louisiana, which means it's hot and muggy, and you had pot pie. A stomach full of pot pie as you dance and get drunk on probably moonshine. I have no idea.
Nothing I love more on a hot summer day than a fresh out the oven pot pie. I like to sit on the porch and just scald the inside of my mouth.
Imagine
on some homemade hot pot pie.
Imagine burning your tongue in 90-degree weather in a suit.
Oh God!
Like there's nothing conducive with a good time.
In a suit. Yeah, no.
That was brutal.
Just still enjoying pot pie drunk too. Just pot. Yeah, man, we're about to go out tonight and get pot pie drunk.
Just imagine you're at a wedding and this is happening to you, by the way. So you're at the wedding and you don't know what's about to happen, but you know it's a little hot.
Yeah.
And you're in a shirt and tie, maybe a suit because you want to look nice because it's a wedding. And then you're sitting outside, sun beating down because it's a day wedding.
Yep.
Because if you have it at night, the mosquitoes are coming. And so it's like this afternoon wedding.
They're coming for that gravy laden blood.
Those mosquitoes gonna have high cholesterol when they get done with you.
Mosquito lands on you, you can hear it breathing heavy.
Yeah. Imagine just a mosquito with diabetes now, like sitting there like, I got the sugars, something awful. You're gonna have to cut off one of my wings.
Oh man, I have overdone it. Hey, a proposal.
And so imagine you go to that wedding, you're sitting there, it's hot, and then you finally get your food, which a lot of, like, it's getting better now that more people are taking control of their wedding and how they want to do it. But traditionally, when people do things the old way, the food only came when you were starving. Like, like weddings when I was a little kid, you go to somebody's wedding. I'm talking about when I was like itty bitty. I would go to someone's wedding and be like, hey, why haven't we eaten yet? They got married like 2 hours ago. I don't know what that has to do with my life anymore. And so then now a lot of weddings that I've been to, especially recently, have like a nice like rhythm to them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, generally, I'd agree with that.
And so then imagine you go to that wedding, you're already hot. You get served a piping hot pot pie. And then there's just Rebel Yell in the back, which is it's a liquor, but like there's just Rebel Yell to drink to wash down the pie.
I thought you meant the Billy Idol song is just playing.
No. There's a drink.
No, I knew what you meant. Just dancing with a plate of pot pie in the midnight hour.
And so then you start dancing, which is just shaking up your hot stomach. And then in the midst of the chaos of you trying to pull yourself together, you see a knucklehead near one of the tables proposing to his very sick girlfriend.
Do you know, did he try to get other people's attention?
I don't think so.
Everyone?
No.
Okay.
He like straight up just did it. But then anyone who wasn't sick, which also that's a good way to tell who doesn't like your cooking, because if anybody wasn't sick, they don't roll with what you make.
But now they're about to be sick because they're seeing a proposal at a wedding.
Yeah. And then it got back to the bride, who ended up getting very sick. And then it got back to the bride. She was like, "You tried to ruin my wedding," and now they don't speak anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I mean, why would you?
Because it'd be great if actually she was about to throw up and she's like, "Someone needs to distract you. Propose." Go. I don't. Do something. Everyone.
Oh man. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
then
pretty great.
the other one that I've been saving for quite a while.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You still kind of tipped it when you talked about your slight bender with your friends.
My slight bender.
Yeah, because I don't actually know what the full definition of a bender is, so
Well,
I said slight because you got sick.
No, it was just like, I think it was like I just ate a little too much and drank a little too much. It wasn't that wild. It's because I'm older and I don't like party now. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't take as much, but I haven't like just had a weekend with my friends in a while. So
out here, I got you. Living the dream, killing them, laying it down.
In the sink. Yeah.
Juicy.
Getting real juicy on the weekend. Getting that pot pie drunk. Yeah.
Just a stomach full of gravy. And then you out here trying to dance to Usher's Yeah.
Burp, 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 burp. Burp, 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 burp. Blah!
And so the second one is is one that was told to me in college. Basically, you know how that's actually a big thing in the South, where a lot of people get married very young. Like we're talking 21, 22. Like it's a small town thing sometimes, and sometimes it's a culture thing.
I got married at 22. So
yeah. It's like it's just a thing where
totally
you're with your people and you get to know someone so well from proximity that for a lot of people it does make sense, especially if you're not going to move. Like imagine if you're not going to move from your small town. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out how best to frame this for you. Because I'm trying to think of like which perspective is the best to tell you from.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do it from the third perspective, which is the friend that told me, instead of either person. So they were hanging out.
Third person omniscient.
Yeah, essentially third person omniscient, because I know what's going to happen. They didn't know what was going to happen. But if I pick a person to tell you, it might leave too many blanks.
Okay.
Gotcha. So they are they are friends with two people. Let's just call them Sarah and Tommy. All right.
Sarah and Tommy are the friends.
Sarah and Tommy are the friends, right?
They are the lead characters of this story.
They are, indeed. Sarah and Tommy will, go out with their friends a lot and everything. And because they're in a smaller part of Louisiana, one of the main things to do is go to Walmart, right? And so...
Hey, as someone from small town Iowa, yeah, we did a lot of that.
Yeah. Especially when you're young. Like when you're once you are old enough, you go to bars and stuff like that. But
but when you're young, you go in and you look at the DVD selection, and then you just kind of go sit on the furniture.
Yeah. Or you talk about why certain things are in the $5 bin.
Yeah.
What happened to his career? Where's he at right now?
Man,
we thought he was
Christian
big in the
Slater.
90s.
Christian Slater ain't getting shit now.
Oh,
3 of his movies on one disc.
Yeah, they would do that, and that either meant you were an icon or you were like hardcore done.
It was one or the other. Yeah. Either like these are 3 classic films by somebody, or someone please buy these John Travolta movies.
Yeah, it would be like 3 Christopher Walken on a disc movies, and only one of them was one that was like a classic. The other 2 were just things he did early in his career.
And some that he's in for like a scene.
Yeah. Anyway, so they would go to Walmart, they would hang out. So they finally, get to be 21, and they go to bars, and it's like...
So now they can buy drinks in Walmart.
Yeah, right.
really crack one and have it in the vacuum aisle.
And so once they're 21, they really start to go for it. And Sarah and Tommy both like drink pretty heavily, because that's also one of the things you do when there's nothing to do. And Tommy goes way further than Sarah, though. Like, he'll get much drunker, but then she, even in her state of drunkenness, is still able to take care of him. And so it's never so much a problem, because he's not like an angry drunk or what. He just gets like very bad on his feet, right? Like he's a faller, okay? He's a tipping risk, all right? And one day, while they're all out drinking and everything, Tommy's pretty far gone, and he slumps next to the table. And as he's slumping next to the table, everyone thinks he's falling out of sliding, falling out of his seat slowly. And he's not. He's like, someone even tries to pick him up, and he's like, no, I'm good. And he's slumped, like kind of still half in the chair, kind of leaning off the table, kind of on the ground a little bit. And he shifts over to where like one of his knees is actually on the ground and his butt is fully out of the seat. And he looks up at Sarah and he's like, will you marry me? And then Sarah, who's like not that drunk, gets furious. Gets so, but not why you think, gets so angry and goes, Tommy, you did this already.
That night, or
a different time when they were alone, Tommy was a little bit drunk, what she thought was a little bit drunk, maybe it was very drunk, got down on one knee, proposed to her. She said yes, and they were so excited and like, they were like chilling and everything like that. And then the next day, she couldn't find the ring, right?
Oh, so he even had a ring with him.
No, he had a ring with him. He had a ring with him.
Oh, okay.
She couldn't find the ring, and she was too scared to tell because he literally just proposed like the night before, or whatever. So then she doesn't tell her friends, and she doesn't tell anybody because she can't find the ring. So she's freaking out. And then a couple days later, they go out with their friends. Basically, Tommy forgot he proposed. stole the ring back because she left the ring she took off the ring that night and then like went to bed. So he sees it the next morning, grabs it thinking he must have left it out or something, has no recollection of proposing at all.
So she didn't lose it.
She didn't lose it at all. He took it back without remembering he proposed. And so then when he proposes again, she's furious because he's put her through this like maybe 2 days of freaking out, thinking that she had lost the ring. And he's proposing to her again because he forgot the first time. And he's doing it drunker.
Listen, I get that. I think kind of though, everyone's even in this one. I don't know. I feel like because she was terrified that she lost the ring. Was the only one who seemed to have known they were engaged. He forgot. I don't know. I think that might be just a good blank slate. Just because now you're bringing it down. Now it's like now we got to do a third one.
Yeah, now we got to do a third one completely sober.
So now we're fighting. So drink up so we can forget this one. And then we'll do this again in a couple nights.
100%.
Come on. Renewing vows? How about renewing your engagement every other day? That's how you keep the love alive.
Yeah, because I don't know how long this, like, I just from the story, I was like, was it the next day or whatever? And they were like, oh, it seems short. But who knows how long she thought she lost it and just tried to not mention it and tried to, whatever.
But also, look how much he wants to marry her, huh?
Mm-hmm. That he forgot he proposed.
Okay, that doesn't help the point. But I mean, he really wants to do it, so he did it a couple times, and it's and you can tell it's just what's coming out because he's drunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As long as he's not like saying a wrong name or anything. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of feels like they were meant to be together.
Kind of.
Not saying they're perfect, but it seems like they're living on the same page.
Oh man,
this is what I'm getting.
Hey, so we're actually going to wrap up this episode because Logan's camera died, and I don't know how to help him at all. I barely know how to work mine. I think that maybe I've lit myself right, but I may have been coming in very dark this whole video. If I haven't, it's because of some great post editing. But thank you so much for.
Don't put that on me.
No, I'm just saying. If
no, I'm kidding.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and we are excited to bring you these every week and to check out clips and other little parts that we're going to be putting out of episodes. And thank you for rolling with us. Happy 100, everybody. And we will be back with more.
Yeah. Thanks for listening for 100 episodes. I'm still here. You keep looking at the camera, and I'll just talk for a while. Yeah. I'm your your inner thoughts.
Yeah, I don't really like that. You've made it weird now.
Yeah, that was my goal the whole time.
Okay. Well, we will see you in a bit, and we love you very much.
Bye.
Joined by my co-host, stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So we were in Arizona.
Couldn't tell if that was a long Zoom lag or you had to really think if you were okay.
No, I'm fine. It's all fine. We were in Arizona doing some shows, and
yes, we were.
I get back to New York. And I'm just so thankful to be back. I was in LA for 2 weeks, which was a little too long.
Like it was just long enough.
It's a long time to be away from where you live.
Yeah, yeah. It was just long enough that I started to really miss, home and my bed and all the stuff like that. Okay. I feel like there's a level when it comes to travel, at least.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be some shared language now with like what's actually bad and what's not. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I've taken buses,
so you
I've
have
taken
me
planes,
with
I've taken trains.
Right, yeah.
But just the chaos we're living in, because people don't have like a shared understanding of what's gross and what's not, and like what's okay.
I think it even goes deeper than that, because not only do people not share that language, but I haven't had a single airport handle security the same way anymore. It's like there's no shared language even on like the basic rules anymore, let alone the unspoken social mores. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it goes even deeper, because we don't even have a foundation. There's not even a ground floor for us to build upon.
We're not even a country anymore. Okay?
But it's not just us. It's like the world is so connected now too, but we don't have a rule.
Yeah.
Can you take your shoes off on a plane?
There was a guy on a train that I had to tell myself that this man was deranged, just so that I could live with the life I was currently living with him in it, because this man had his shoes and his socks off, getting like fully comfortable on the seat across, because it was one of those Amtrak trains where you know how there's your two seats, but then there's two seats facing you.
Yeah.
He had his feet up on the other seats, chilling like he was at home.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even about to sit there. But the fact that loose feet were just out, I couldn't stand it. And you know what's crazy?
Loose feet running around all willy-nilly.
What's crazy, what makes me crazy, I understand this makes me crazy. If this man had walked on with sandals and he did that, I still wouldn't be happy about it. But the fact that there's been shoe heat and sock heat that's now been pressed up on this foot, and who knows if this is an athlete's foot or not, and now you're putting the foot in the seat.
No, that's true, because that's a different foot than a flip-flop foot.
Mm-hmm.
That's different types of stank. There's a lot more process to getting comfortable. It's also the boldness of it, because shoes and socks, that takes more comfort.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was, okay, so I am coming to you from my office. I'll let the listeners know so that they don't think that I'm in a detention center. So basically, I'm in my office, so there's going to be a lot of white wall. There's going to be some desk.
Big yawn.
There's maybe going to be a little bit of small TV action in the background for the people who watch the full clips on YouTube. But there's also going to be some announcements. Every now and again, you're going to hear a muffled announcement like we're on the train.
Oh, okay. That's what for a second, I thought you just had something playing on your phone, but you were staring dead at me. I'm like, this is some sort of...
Yeah. I wish I had
this is a move. I'm like, why is he trying to fuck with me while I'm...
Yeah, I almost wish I was the level of unhinged to be looking right at you and to also be like playing something.
Just playing some sort of YouTube clip and just staring at me.
Yeah, like looking at you and not paying attention.
Yeah, that is attentively telling someone you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost counterintuitive, but it also makes it more insulting.
Yeah.
That you're really taking the time to look at me and go, I don't care what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's like the mobsters in movies where you're like, oh, that's the truly insane person is doing something like that.
That's somebody with hate in their heart.
Yeah.
That just truly does not register that you're a human to your face.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you today.
Yeah. Sure.
It's okay. I'm trying to figure out how to word the question. Have you seen...
It's a very pensive episode.
Yeah. Have you seen or noticed a time where there was just some like wild comeuppance in the moment? I know we've talked about that concert, like the guy at the mosh pit that you went to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm wondering if, since we've had that conversation, because that was over a year ago, I'm wondering if there have been any more times that you've seen like immediate and swift comeuppance in real time.
I guess not really. I mean,
no. I
mean, seen someone like crash their car. It was like, yeah, you should have been looking. That's immediate comeuppance.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That's...
I mean...
Yeah, no, that's wild. That's very wild.
People who get bit by dogs. I mean, there's plenty of cause and effect.
Yeah, I just mean, like, if there's anything...
I'm kidding. No, that was such a specific question. There's no way I was going to think of an example. I don't think his story's the way you do. I don't have that, like, Rolodex.
No, fair enough. But I'm also just
I
sitting
gotta take
there
a
with
second.
them.
No, I know, but I gotta like comb through
related.
old boxes. Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, hey, Josh, have you ever had an apple? And I'm like, man, this one time this guy tried to stab me.
Oh yeah, no, you do that shit to me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember there was this one time where this kid, I don't even know why I didn't like this kid, but I was like, it was in the summer, had to be in the 8th grade or the 9th grade or something, and there was this kid who I had to swim with because I was learning to swim. I was in the beginner class, but there was like an advanced beginner that I should have been doing in this swim lesson. But because I didn't say anything, have I told you about this before? Because I didn't say anything,
I was just chuckling at I was chuckling at advanced beginner.
Oh,
so like that's
well, no, literally,
this is full ass oxymoron.
This is what happened. This is what's so annoying.
Yeah.
So there was just swimming lessons that my mom took me to. Mm-hmm. And I had some swimming lessons years ago, but hadn't been in a pool since. And so I was a beginner still in my mind because I was like, hey, if I'm still this nervous to get in the water, I'm not an advanced swimmer, you know? And so then I get in the water, and at first the teacher's like going over the rules in the pool and everything, just like watch out for each other, don't kick each other, like no, dunking each other, like just everyone was getting this lesson. Then she was like, okay, the kids who can swim this much come with me. The kids who like can't swim at all go over there. And so in my mind, I'm a kid who can't swim at all, Mm-hmm. And so I go over to the other direction, and then when I get over there, it's just a bunch of tiny kids. So it's me, this like 14-year-old, and then all of these like itty bitty babies getting swim lessons. Now be honest though,
how much bigger were you than them really?
They were like 4.
Oh, okay.
They were like 4 and 5. And I'm like 14.
Right.
And so the lesson starts, and they're like, we're just going to blow bubbles under the water. And in my head, I'm like, I've done all this. Like, what is this? This doesn't make any sense. And the other kids were like doing like half laps on the other side of the pool, but we're like going under the water just a little bit and blowing bubbles. And like, it felt like I was in a Lamaze class and I was the baby. Like, it was so embarrassing. And I didn't have the wherewithal to quit the lesson or to leave the teacher Because the teacher's acting like I need to be over there. And then we do the whole lesson. And then there's this one kid who I guess is just, I'm definitely the odd kid out. I'm the only one over here as old as I am. And this one kid who shouldn't be over here either, because he's like 5 or so, but he's like swimming in place. And so I'm like, who's going to get this kid? This is insane, right? Like, this kid's like a little mermaid. And then he looks at me as I'm like doing whatever little kick exercise we're supposed to be doing. Because you know how they have you, when you're getting a swim lesson, they'll also have you grab the edge of the pool and do some kicks and stuff, like to learn how to push yourself and everything. And I'm pushing, and this other kid next to me, the little like 5-year-old kid, is also pushing. And he just looks at me and he goes, "So what's wrong with you?" And from that moment, I was like, okay, I have an enemy. Like, I have a mortal enemy. I don't want anything good for this kid.
I'm about to be an advanced murderer.
Because I was like,
wow.
What? And then he repeated it. He was like, "What's wrong with you?"
What's wrong with you?
And I was like,
so what's wrong with you?
I was like, what? And I'm like, what do you mean? And this is as I'm kicking. And he's like, you're like a grown-up kid. I'm kicking next to him like, there's no grown-up kid. Like, if you're a kid, you're a kid.
Hey, now if they're going to be advanced beginners, I think there can be grown-up kids.
Yeah, right. And so...
Sorry, I'm just having fun with all the oxymorons today.
So then he's like, why aren't you over there? And I was like, because I can't swim like they can. Like this little kid doesn't understand the concept of like, I just don't know as much as they know. I know more than the class. Like, I should have been in middle beginner, because the marquee, like the thing that you buy when you go to this swim lesson says beginner.
Right.
So already them breaking up the class was kind of wild, you know? So then I'm going to what I think is a beginner class. Now, they didn't fully explain what that meant, but I projected my own stuff onto it, because in my head I was like, okay, they're going to take the little bit that I know how to swim and make me able to fully swim. And I won't be able to swim in deep water, but I'll be able to swim the length of the pool without needing to put my foot down to get air, and you know what I mean? Like that thing. Yeah.
The basic goal of all swimming lessons is to get good enough to just not drown should you find yourself in water.
Yeah.
No matter what, that's the the base level is if I find myself in water, I want to be able to not die.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
And so then I'm like kicking next to this kid, and this kid is talking to me, and he clearly gets bored while he's asking me all these questions. So he stops grabbing the edge of the pool and just lets it go, flips over, and is now on his back, sort of like kicking up. Like, so he's just floating on his back and still moving his legs a little bit, but he's just sort of like moving in place. And I'm watching, I'm like, why are you over here?
Moving in place.
Like, this dude is like, he's like swimming like he was born in the water.
Maybe he was. Maybe he was a water birth.
Maybe it was a water birth.
Maybe they come out with a little extra skill.
And so then I asked the kid, because I get a little attitude with the kid, because he just keeps asking me why I'm over there. You're like a grown up kid, blah blah blah. I was like, hey, there's no grown up kids, it's just kids. And then finally I was like, why aren't you over there? And then this kid goes, oh, I don't know. And then he goes under the water and goes and swims over with the bigger kids.
Wow. You reminded him that he was a great swimmer.
Yeah.
He in the moment was like, oh, you're right, I'm very good at this. Whee! Here I go. He shoots out of the water like a dolphin.
And he didn't go under the water like oh, let me get my bearings and then go swim. This kid went backwards like he was in a swim competition. Like he just doubled over in the water and flipped and then started swimming. Like he was a dolphin. I hated this kid so much. And so then the lesson ends. And I can't remember if my mom took me there or my aunt took me there. But whoever took me there, I get out of the pool and I'm like, why did they have me with the little kids? Like I knew how to swim more than that. And then she was like, I don't know. I was waiting for you to say something. Like, because they stayed for the lesson. So I can't remember who it was, but they saw the whole thing. It was either my mom or my aunt that took me. But this is like so long ago, I don't remember. But she was like, yeah, I was waiting for you to say something. I was like, when's he going to get tired of this? And then, okay, so then where the pool was like a snow cone cart. So there's a snow cone cart off a little bit ways at that, like near that pool. You still have to walk to it.
Okay.
And that kid, that 5-year-old, I'm leaving the pool, and he's already swam and then run over and got a snow cone and come back. And he said something like snide to me. I can't remember what it was. And it was so mean that it didn't seem like he was 5. It seemed like only an older kid could have thought of something so mean. But he was.
You got bullied by a kid 10 years younger than you.
But how? It's not bullying because I was not like.
You kind of sort of got bullied by a 5-year-old in this story.
Just because he was being mean to me doesn't mean I was bullied. By that logic, I've been bullied by a lot of babies. All right? I've picked up a baby before and it just immediately started crying, which didn't feel nice.
Criming? What'd you say?
I thought I said crying. What did I say?
I think you said cramming. That's what it sounded like to me.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay.
But anyway.
Yeah, but he made fun of you, so what's wrong with you? And then he got you again at the snow cone cart.
Yeah, so.
And you seem still not happy about it. So to me, that's what makes it, puts it in the realm of getting bullied.
Nah.
I bet he's huge now too.
And so I'm walking away, and a kid said something about like what was it? It was like really messed up. It was to the point where I was like, "Oh, you're not 5." He said, "Oh yeah, don't forget your floaties next time" or something. He said something like that was like in that vein of like, "Are you gonna bring a noodle next time?" or like, whatever the thing was, right? And so this kid,
dog, you got bullied. I don't know how to tell you.
Look, fine,
a 5-year-old definitely bullied you. You got big dogged by a 5-year-old.
Fine, whatever. This kid's like, yeah, don't forget your floaty next time. And as he goes,
he lunged at you and you flinched.
No, that's not what happened. And so then, as he said that, he went to take a lick from his snow cone, and the snow cone was such an ice ball that it all just fully moved with his tongue off of the cup and fell on the ground. And I remember I just laughed at him because he was so shocked. He didn't know that could happen. Little man hadn't been around the block a couple times, didn't know how to eat a snow cone like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's good with the liquid water, but what about the frozen water? Little pump. All right. I'm glad gravity told him what time it was. And so anyway, he licked the snow cone. It fell off.
He's such a fucking idiot.
Me? What did I do? In this story, I didn't do anything.
No, but I love you because you talked about like swift comeuppance, but it took so long for him to get comeuppance.
What do you mean so
it wasn't
long?
really-
What do you mean so long? He said the thing, and then he took a lick, and then his
But that
afternoon was
the whole-
ruined.
That was the second thing, though. He'd already bullied you earlier.
But it's swift comeuppance when you do a thing and then a thing happens. You're taking it as if it's the whole entirety of the situation.
You're also just acting like you won, which no, you still got bullied by a 5-year-old.
No, that kid was real
He
upset.
dropped his,
That kid's day was ruined. I didn't have to do anything to that kid. That kid licked the snow cone. It fell off the cup, and he was. That's where the 5-year-old kickback is. So he got like too big for his britches because he knew how to swim. But as soon as his snow cone splattered on the ground, he was a kid again, and he was all upset.
Oh God, excuse me.
What?
I was coughing. So you're saying the snow cone put him in his place, is what you're trying to say?
100%.
You did nothing. You did nothing and just watched.
I didn't have to do anything.
As your tormentor.
What was I supposed
At a slight
to do?
inconvenience.
My tormentor. The slight inconvenience. Hey, this wasn't a neighborhood full of money. That was his only snow cone for the weekend.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. At least he got to feel like a big dog next to you.
Nah.
Even him out.
I was chilling.
Yeah, you sound real chill about it. I was chilling.
I was so happy.
Oh,
Just splatted. He had a bunch of blue all over his legs like an idiot. He looked so stupid. It got on his swim trunks. I don't know. I just laughed at him.
it's also really hard for me to imagine the story just not as you now either. It's really hard. I'm not really imagining a 14-year-old Josh. I'm just imagining you just like ha 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 in this kid's face.
Hey, that kid deserved that. Oh man, that's so funny to me that he you could see on his face he got real upset. Like he didn't even, the bully was gone at that point. Like you want to say he bullied me? Any sort of bully in nature just melted away, and then he was a kid who wanted to cry because his snow cone hit the ground. Oh man. I'm pretty sure it was the first lick too. That's what makes it even more hilarious.
That's
to me.
embarrassing.
The fact that it's like he was about to enjoy a snow cone and then he went. Bruh.
That's the little kid equivalent of like losing your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That first lick and then your thing falls. You're kind of like, what do I do with my life now?
Look, that snow cone place, by the way, that snow cone place
burned down.
I wish it burned down. Okay.
Every bully got taken to task.
This snow cone place was so bad. This is the worst snow cone place like ever. Anybody who went to school, I don't know if listeners from my hometown like would listen to the show or anything, but if you went to Peabody High School, you probably passed the snow cone stand, this little like cart every day to get to school because it was just out there. It would be out there the whole year, and they would really only open up for the hot days and months. So obviously it was open all summer. It would open beginning in spring, and then it would open if it was like, let's say a heat wave was coming, right? Like it was going to be a particularly warm day. Even if it was October, but it was going to be hot for some reason, that snow cone place would open. So anyway,
see, I like that. Other places don't do that. They're just closed for
they'll
from
like
this date on.
This I still don't know the person who worked this stand for real. Like I don't know if the owner was actually the person working it or if they just owned it and had friends, pop in and work it, because they were never really nasty. You know what I mean? So you know how a place like that where you have to bring all these syrups and all of these like different like sugary things, they should be attracting fruit flies, especially if you're leaving it. And they never did. You never see like fruit flies or flies or any of that stuff in that snow. So they kept it clean. But they had the worst ingredients that you could ever imagine. The main ingredient is just ice. But I gave that place 3 chances. I gave that place 3 chances, right? So there was one time where I'm pretty sure they had dirty ice because my snow cone tastes off. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It just was not good, you know? Mm-hmm. And so then I didn't go there for a while. I didn't ask for a snow cone for a while. And like, my mom knows. My aunt even knows how much I love snow cones, you know? It's just one of those treats that's cheap and it's just sugar water, but it's dazzling to look at and it's nice on a hot day. I'm just saying, right? So this
was a nice little snow cone soliloquy you had there.
Yeah, snow cones will brighten your day. It's hard. I'll even say this. Wow. I'll throw this out there. I have no data to back me up, but I'm almost positive that the weeks where the snow cone stand was open, there were less shootings. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I just couldn't hear the shots because I was enjoying my snow cone so much. Or maybe other people in the neighborhood were enjoying snow cones and they were like, hey, this really isn't the day for foolishness. All right.
Yeah. Can I just say that we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this show for a while. This is our 111th episode.
Yeah.
And I think in the time we've done this, I've never seen you light up as much as you did just now talking about snow cones.
Hey.
You had a lightness in your face I have not seen.
Dude, snow cones are...
since before we had career worries.
Snow cones are something else, man. Snow cones are...
Look at that fucking smile. Look at that smile. I don't know if I've seen you smile like that in a while.
Dude,
I'm just thinking of the beauty of snow cones.
Because snow cones also aren't something... You really have to either go out and seek them directly or happen upon them. Even if my mom was out and she wanted to get me a treat, she couldn't bring me back a snow cone. It's not happening. That thing's gonna be melted by the time she gets home.
Yeah, they don't transport well.
You know? And then, oddly enough, once it's melted, and even if you try to freeze it and then have it later, it's still not quite the same because it doesn't get that crushed ice effect. Now all the ice is one ice block.
It becomes one block of ice. Yeah. Then it's a different thing.
So snow cones are a moment in time.
So part what you like about. So that's what I was gonna say. What you like about them is that they're so temporary.
Yeah.
It's a moment.
And apparently they temper down gang violence. Like. No one's like, oh, you got a red snow cone? I got a blue snow cone. Pop, pop, pop. That never happens, you know?
Or they'll be like, let's get to this in a couple seconds. Finish our snow cones first.
Yeah. So anyway.
I've never known of your love of snow cones.
It really hasn't come
when was
up
the last time you
because they're not in Chicago like that.
That's true. You don't have snow cones around as much. We have them around here in Iowa. We used to have our own snow cone maker. It was just a little plastic thing, but you put ice in it and then you just crush it, and it would come out as like a crushed ice thing, and it came with or crushed ice thing, excuse me, and then it came with a bunch of syrups and stuff too. So we were living that snow cone life for a little while.
Wow.
What?
I didn't know that about you. That's wild that you had a snow cone maker in your life and you didn't share it with me till now.
Share it with you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have it with me.
No, I'm just saying you didn't share the story with me until now, but we've known each other for a long time. That's wild.
Yeah,
it's like if someone told me they used to have their own like go-kart track. And they said it nonchalantly. I'm like, what?
That's nowhere on the same level. Snow cone makers aren't like a lavish thing. Because I remember there was a trend in like the late 90s, early 2000s where there was a bunch of like home little snow cone maker things. They were just ice chippers is all they were. Yeah.
Hey, I know. But some of us couldn't afford those ice chippers, so we just watched that commercial longingly. I'd watch because it was white kids in the homemade commercial. So then I watch it and be like, oh no, damn, another day without a snow cone.
But I think like this area got into that trend a little bit. I don't know. We like snow cones around here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an Iowa thing. I don't know, but they tend to be at most activities.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love when they sell snow cones like during like a football game.
Mm-hmm.
So people are getting snow cones and it's like fucking 45 degrees.
Yeah. I love them so much.
Midwest stuff.
I've definitely eaten a snow cone with gloves on before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how much I love them.
It's interesting because they're a summer treat, but then you'll see people who like make them out of snow. Like they'll like have like an actual like ice thing.
Yeah.
And just kind of make it, but it's in the winter. It's weird that's the one like all season treat. Have we talked about for snow cones too long? I think we've maybe talked about snow cones.
Yeah, I'll get to the second one. So the second time that place did me dirty was I got a...
I forgot we were talking about the place. The place that wasn't good, but it didn't have bugs, so that made it okay.
Yeah. So I went there specifically as a child. I'm like really young at this point still. And I'm like, hey, everybody deserves a second chance. Especially when they're trying to spread joy in the world like this place is.
Right.
You know? So let me give them another shot. And I remember I got something that was like called a blue tsunami. It had blue in the name. So obviously the snow cone's going to be blue. It was so blue that my tongue and my teeth were blue. I don't even think they put... This is what I think happened. I think that these people made a mistake and didn't know what to do. So they had, the blue food coloring that they'll be part of the syrup. I think they just straight up put dye into the snow cone because my teeth, my tongue, everything in my mouth was blue for about 2.5 days. It was so bad that my mom got genuinely... She made me use like Listerine, and the Listerine was coming out blue, like. This purple,
coming out bluer?
No, this purple Listerine was coming out blue, right?
Oh, the purple Listerine.
So she was trying to get me to, like, maybe wash my mouth out or just something. And I remember I did it about 3 times, which to a kid is just death. Like, when you're little, because you already hate the pain of mouthwash, because you don't get why it's necessary.
Like, I've been doing this all day.
Yeah, it stripped the pain out of my mouth. It got the varnish right off of my tongue. My taste buds got a bald fade, all right? My tongue couldn't feel anything. And so then, and the snow cone was also bad. Like, it didn't taste good. So I didn't finish it. Right. So my mouth was that blue without me finishing it, which is crazy.
Jeez.
And then I remember...
If you would have got to the syrup at the bottom, then...
Yay. If I went to the syrup at the bottom, I think I'd be in Blue Man Group.
Stupid.
I think that's what happened to everybody in that group. They had that snow cone, and they just kept going. And before you know it, you can't talk. All you know how to do is drum. I'm telling you, man. It could happen. It could happen. Warn your kids. Protect your children. It's blue out here.
Don't let your child become a blue man.
Don't let your kid become a blue man. That's negligence. All right?
It's like a documentary, like a daytime show with parents of blue men.
Yeah.
Like they stopped talking to us.
They stopped talking to us. They just kept getting these snow cones, and before you knew it, I don't even know if he has feelings anymore.
He's just like banging tubes together and shit, and I don't know how to relate to him anymore.
No one bought him the black sweater. He was just in it one day.
Just had it. Keeps pointing at me like this. Just keeps doing it.
And so it was so blue that I straight up, and this may be TMI for our listeners who are used to a bit more of a timid show, but I pissed blue.
I was hoping it was going to be that you pissed. But did you actually piss blue?
Dude, it was like, it wasn't like blue like Avatar, like how I'm sure that they piss, but it was like... it was a hue. It was a hue of blue.
I like assuming that the Na'vi from Avatar pissed blue.
Why wouldn't they?
Why would they?
Wouldn't it be weirder if they didn't? Everything is blue. That's a normal color for them. Blue looks completely regular to them.
Right, but I'm just saying it's rare that...
I would hope it's not a contrasting color. Anyway, the third time this place did me dirty.
Anyway. This is a Buck Wild Snow Cone episode.
The third time that this place did me dirty, they had started trying to sell popcorn chicken. Okay?
Okay.
So, in my head, I'm like...
what if we try hot food?
Yeah, what if we try hot food after we've poisoned all the kids with dye?
No one wants our cold anymore. Let's make hot.
Yeah.
That's the pivot for the business.
I don't know how they stayed open, because there was this one dude that did a lot of drugs that would always get a snow cone from them, and there was a point in my very young life where I didn't fully understand what drugs were.
That man's addicted to snow cones.
I genuinely thought this man was addicted to snow cones, because I would see him in other parts of the neighborhood acting wild. And he's like clearly on crack, right? So dude clearly is like a full on crack addict. But he would be acting weird, but then I'd always see him seem so normal when he would go get his snow cone. Now what I didn't know is clearly this man liked to enjoy a snow cone with his crack. Okay? That's what was happening. Because I would see him later and he'd be all wild, but he was normal before, but I didn't understand what drugs were.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, listen. They go together like America and apple pie. Snow cone and crack.
Both icy, you know?
Both icy.
One just needs a little bit of heat, you know? And so then I was scared of snow cones for a little while, for maybe like 6 months. I didn't even tell anybody. But you know how you get those misconceptions when you're a kid?
Scared of snow cones.
I really did, because I was like, I've been eating snow cones. I love snow cones. So now in my head, I'm like, is snow cones like... I didn't know what crack was, but I was in my head, essentially, I was like, is snow cones crack? Like, am I going to be out here in the streets stealing from people to get more snow cone? Like, you laughing, but I really thought this for a couple months. I was because I would see that dude, and this is after the blue thing happened. And the blue thing was like my Scared Straight program, because that was me being like, oh, okay, you can't trust every snow cone. You can't trust, like, you need to be careful where you get your snow cones from, because not everybody is a reliable distributor, you know? And then I was in the car with my grandma, and when we saw that guy, and my grandma knew that guy, and my grandma was telling me how smart that guy was when he was younger, when he was like in school and stuff, and how sad it was that he's like, you know, like an addict now, because that's all he does.
And you're like,
now, when
I know,
she
I've
said
seen him.
That's all he does, he had a snow cone in his hand. He was leaving the snow cone stand.
Oh, gotcha.
And so to me, I'm like, she said that's all he does. She didn't say all he does is crack.
Why do you guys let me have these if that's what's going to happen to me?
So then in my mind, I'm like, so is y'all just letting me do this in moderation? Is that why sometimes y'all tell me no when I want a snow cone? Because I remember one time when my mom was taking me to my grandma's house, I asked for a snow cone. But you know how when you're little, you don't think of the logistics of things. So I had asked for the snow cone when we had already passed the place. So she would have had to make a loop around the block and turn around just to get... And she was like, I'm not going to do all that. You should have asked me before, you know, whatever, right? So that was the time I didn't get to have a snow cone. And there was another time where we were about to have dinner. But I'm not putting these reasonings why I can't have snow cones together. All that's happening in my brain is that my grandma is like, hey, that dude, that's all he does. And he used to be really smart and he was going somewhere. And it's so sad what happened to him that, that's all he does now. Yeah. And I'm just seeing the snow cone.
And in your mind, you're like, these snow cones are so blue, they make you insane.
Yeah, clearly, if you have enough blue snow cone, 3 blue snow cones equal 1 crack rock,
That's basic snow cone math right there.
Yeah, because before this whole thing got debunked, like before I found out what drugs were and everything, I did see...
Before it got debunked, like someone came out to prove you wrong, that it was indeed not snow cones, but a very strong drug that was affecting you.
Yeah. So before any of this got debunked, right?
Got debunked.
This guy, I was driving home with my grandma again, and this guy was dancing in the street, clearly high, right? Mm-hmm. And so I remember what my grandma said about him last time, and he wasn't that far from the snow cone stand. So in my head, I'm like, poor guy, just can't kick it. Because in my mind, I haven't had a snow cone now for a very long time. Because after that blue thing happened, my mom specifically said we were never going to go there again. And so, in my mind, I've kicked the habit, Like, I wish he could quit cold turkey like me, And so the third time was because I was like, let me give them one more chance. And they had popcorn chicken. So we get the popcorn chicken, right? And this is like such a mistake.
Listen, their snow cones are bad, and I think they ruin your life. But they've got popcorn chicken now.
No, this is after I realized that snow cones weren't drugs.
Oh, that's right. After it was debunked, I forgot.
Yeah.
That's right. So you realized it was safe to go back.
Yeah, when I realized that, this man is on drugs.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do. He just likes the taste of blue tsunami in his mouth while he's on drugs.
Yeah.
In fact, drugs are probably the only thing that makes the blue tsunami good.
Yeah, he's tasting it in a way I'm not, and can never.
Yeah, he doesn't even taste the same colors I do.
He tastes an extra color. That's why they gave him all the extra blue.
Yeah, he's tasting green. And so basically, we get the snow cone, we get the popcorn chicken, and I was like, let me just go with something super, super regular. I'm just going to get a banana flavor, because at least if my tongue turns like yellow, that's less noticeable, whatever. Like, I'm planning ahead in my head. And then we get the popcorn chicken.
Noticeable, but possibly more medically alarming.
Yeah. If you
have a tongue that won't go back from yellow for a while, that's probably not good.
Yeah. And you get a fever, you dead. All right.
Man, you got tongue jaundice? How'd you manage that?
And so we get the popcorn chicken, and I think it was my aunt and I. But anyway, we take a couple of bites. And we've been fully hoodwinked. We've been like, I don't even know how you do this. I really don't know. It's almost a talent, the level at which they tricked us. There is so little chicken in here. There's almost no chicken. So they gave us just a bunch of balls of breading. Just a bunch of fried balls that are breaded. Mm-hmm. And so we bite into it, and already it's like the breading's not good, so the whole thing's not good. And then the little one I bit into, I was like, where's the chicken? Like, this is crazy. And after I bite into a couple more, I'm like, oh, there's no chicken in here. And instead of banana, they gave me lime. So I'm leaving fully upset.
Yeah. This place doesn't sound reputable.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good.
Not a lot of quality control.
I don't even know if it had a name. We would just call it the snow cone place.
I was about to make up a name for it because I was like, I don't think he said a name.
No, I don't think it had a name.
This sounds like this was some sort of shady government experiment you didn't realize.
Yeah. That actually,
they were testing the effect. Yeah,
that would make more sense than it staying open all those years. Yeah. the government, the CIA, just opens a snow cone stand in the hood, and they try out new blue on black people.
Yeah, they try that out, and they cover it up by funneling more drugs into it. We got to cover up the snow cone stuff with crack. Otherwise, the snow cone thing looks really weird.
We also have to cover up the snow cone thing with bad popcorn chicken.
Yeah, this is one experiment that just kept getting out of hand.
Yeah.
We need something else than to cover it up.
Yeah, maybe the government is not good at stuff.
Maybe they aren't. I think that's what we've learned here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the main moral.
Yeah, yeah. So, because I was initially just trying to talk about the comeuppance thing, but then it reminded me about the snow cone place.
I know that you got, but I love seeing the snow cone passion. So don't you dare apologize for that.
All right.
That was worthwhile. I felt like not only was it a good fodder for the episode, I feel frankly closer to you as a friend.
Got you. I feel you. Okay. I'm glad.
I know sometimes you'll ask me like, if you have a story about a certain topic, but there are episodes where I gotta just hold on. I gotta just grab on and we go, and we just keep on trucking. Because there were points where I would just break and start laughing there because I'm like, we were talking about trains or something, and now here we are, 20 minutes deep on snow cones.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fun. It's an adventure for me.
Mm-hmm.
We got anything else?
Yeah.
Suppose I could talk about my flights too that I had.
I thought about that as I was coming home, where I was like,
yeah,
let me not. There were things happening on my flight, but I was like, let me not become this dude that's just like has a podcast about his flights. Because after a while, that's gonna really like wear people down. Like I specifically told you about the majesty of flight because that was so insane. But I don't want to become the guy who's like, and then there was a baby. Like I want to be understanding of people's situations and everything. Although I will say one thing that did happen very quick is that the roller cart with all the snacks and the drinks on it. Guy in the aisle seat, that thing fully ran over his foot and it woke him up, and that was insane to see. Because he was waking up with so much pain that he yelped, and so everybody turned around like, "Damn, is this it? We've had a lot of good flights for the past couple decades. Is this a terrorism?" Yeah, and then. Sure enough, the flight attendant was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you all right?" And he was like, he's also awake now, so he's just looking around. So it probably felt like continuing a nightmare. Because if my man was even having a less than great dream, and then he gets awoken by his foot being crushed.
Right, yeah.
Because what he did, this is not the flight attendant's fault at all, but what he did was there was no one in the middle seat, and so he had really like splayed himself out with one foot going backwards and the other foot going forward, and him like laying like sideways in the seat.
Well, see, then his foot's like just full on.
Yeah, his foot's full on.
That's the risk you take. And so that's the risk you take getting comfy.
She runs over it, and I'm sure she only got the toes, but still.
Right. Yeah.
But still, this dude wakes up, and he's waking up to everyone staring at him. But we're staring at him because he screamed. Yes. But if you had a dream that you were like in the Matrix or something, this would not feel like you've woken up.
He may also not realize he screamed. And so everyone's looking at him. And he didn't realize he... Anytime I sleep on a plane, when I drift off a little bit, because I don't sleep well on planes, but anytime I do and I feel myself come up, I look around quick, see if anyone's looking at me, because I know I have a tendency to go like when I when I wake up.
I'm so scared of screaming myself awake.
Really?
It's like one of my number one fear. It's sometimes why I try not to sleep on a plane. Because I'm like,
why are you? Does that happen to you? Do you scream yourself awake sometimes?
I have, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If I'm having a bad enough dream and I feel trapped or something, or if you have like the sleep paralysis dream where you feel like you can't move, and then or you get so wrapped up in the story of the dream that something bad enough happens that you scream, I'll scream in real life. And then I'm like,
really?
Yeah, it's bad. I'm surprised I've never done it when we've I know. Been in the hotel room.
Well, that's what I was thinking of. Because also, anytime we've been in the hotel room and like, you usually like go out and you're out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of surprised that you scream yourself awake sometimes.
It doesn't happen often, but it has happened enough that I think about it happening with like a genuine fear. Like I remember one time,
especially in a flight.
Yeah, I remember one time I was restless.
Because you just be,
and I was like, man, I really want to go to sleep right now, but my body's so tense. I feel like I'll scream myself awake. I could feel it. In that moment, I could feel it. Like if I drift off to sleep right now, I'm gonna have a stress dream and I'm gonna scream myself awake. I just knew it.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I can only sleep on a plane if I'm on like the the window seat. I can't if I'm in the middle. I'm gonna be awake. I don't like being between people, and I get too conscious about like making sure I'm not like spreading my legs too far or hogging the armrest. Because I know I'm like. I'm not like a huge guy, but like I'm kind of a broader shouldered guy, so I want to make sure I'm not like I don't want to be one of those guys people complain about that have their just like legs fully open and just like taking it over. Because I even had a flight coming down to Phoenix. There was a guy in the middle, and he fell asleep immediately, just and like head down asleep, and then had his legs fully spread apart, so he had his leg against mine, but he was bouncing his leg while he was sleeping, so he was just rubbing his knee against mine, and it was. It was not comfortable, and I kind of gave him some like little nudges back. It didn't register. He was too comfortable, and I was very uncomfortable because I was also the one I had been sprinting around the airport for because I went to the wrong gate twice, and I'm a fucking fool. And then my backpack exploded while I was running. Just everything fell out, and a tall German man just stood over me and was just like, "I think your backpack was open," and I was like, "Yeah." And he just sat there drinking his soda, watching me. And there was a lady who helped me pick up. I was just like, what's your plan here? Why are you here?
I feel like I would do that. I would get to an airport early just to watch people. You're
just watching me.
Get to it.
Well, the joke I made, I talked about it on stage, and I said it's a little on the nose to have a German engaging in Schadenfreude. But no one really got the joke because no one knew the word Schadenfreude. I thought it was clever, but...
Yeah, if you know what Schadenfreude is, it's
if you know what it means, it's I don't know. It's right there. It's a little softball joke.
Yeah.
But should we open up the mailbag?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm excited for this one because we did a mailbag episode last episode, and we actually got an update on one of them that we actually asked for an update on, the date with the foot fetishist.
Okay. Let's go off.
From Anna. This email is called Number 99 Strange Dates Full Disclosure. So we're getting the full story here. So this is from Anna. Hey guys, after you read my email, I was so happy you had a great time laughing since you guys are working hard on entertaining us listeners. Oh, well, thank you. We don't get that sentiment a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Also, I realized that my mail was not only not including my reactions, it was also not complete. Here comes the full disclosure of what took place at the date with the gentleman. That's very
kind.
Nice phrasing.
Wow.
It's very kind. It was pre-pandemic, and I apologized for the long email. I have had my fair share of strange dates and miserable relationships, and it has made me a bit picky when it comes to dates and relationships. So when this gentleman asked me out, I asked my coworkers about his character, since he is in the periphery of my line of work, and we met a couple of times due to work. I love their wording so much here. They're in the periphery of my line of work.
Yeah.
That's a really nice way of saying I don't fucking know this guy. They vouched for him, so I agreed to a date. We met up outside the restaurant on a Friday after work. I had taken the time to freshen up, change to a new blouse, to my tight black office skirt and open-toe heels. I was looking forward to a nice time and some good food. As we were seated at the table, I noticed that the restaurant was full, and at the table next to us was a family of 3, a mom, dad, and a son around the age of 10. We ordered wine, and the conversation revolved around the usual topics: work, family, and so on. It was about 40 minutes into the date that he brought up his fascination for feet. Mind you, he was... Sorry, I made myself go. Mind you, he wasn't low-key. and just be like, oh, I love feet. Yeah. Woo! Can't get enough of them.
That's so funny.
He talked about the shape, size, touch, look, and the smell of feet in a way that was borderline to describing an ice cream. Feet were his kinks. I wasn't shocked, but more surprised that he brought it up less than an hour into the first date. The situation felt awkward and strange, and I laughed out loud thinking this was a joke and that my coworkers were sat somewhere in the restaurant and were about to jump out and yell pranked, you know. I looked around and noticed the big eyes of the dad next to us and turned my head just in time to see the gentleman sliding off his stool. Sliding off his stool. Oh, no, I lost my place. Sliding off his stool, trying to be discreet. He grabs my feet, pulls off my open-toe heels, takes a good look at my manicured toenails, licks his lips, and sniffs my shoe. It's the licking the lips is very... What happened next seemed to happen in slow motion to me, but only took seconds. As the gentleman sniffed my shoe, I registered something flying through the air, and I looked up from the gross image of the gentleman sniffing my shoe and saw the open mouth of the dad coughing food onto my new blouse that slowly slid down my chest.
Oh.
The mom made a face of disgust as we all heard the gentleman.
What?
Hang on! The mom made a face of disgust as we all heard the gentleman exhale a moan of, ah, so good. Oh, I threw up in my mouth. Here I am disgusted, humiliated, and totally focused to not vomit. Deep down, I'm actually starting to get angry. The total disrespect of not asking permission to take my shoe off and sniff it, nevertheless in public. The disrespect to the other guests at the restaurant, too, who had to witness the whole thing. My thoughts swirled around. He is totally crazy. And how to get out of the situation with some dignity left and the irritation of my ruined new blouse. Oh, there's more. Hang on. While the gentleman had ranted about the delight of feet earlier, he forgot two important things he should have asked me. One, whether or not I was ticklish on my feet, and second, what I do in my spare time. You see, I'm very ticklish, and I've been practicing Wing Chun, Kung Fu, for years. As he sniffed my shoe, he loosened the grip around my foot, and his hand softly slid from my heel towards the arch of my foot and tickled it. As a reflex to get him off me, I pulled my feet back and in an upward motion, kicked him in the forehead with a whack.
God.
You left out a lot of stuff in this story from the first time you sent it to us, Anna. The gentleman's upper body flew upwards towards the table, and he hit the top of his head on the table. I realized that there is no way I can end the date with dignity, and that made me even more upset. The disappointment was quite overwhelming, and I had just kicked my date in the forehead, and the feet were already leaving a red mark, just like an open hand slap as a cheek would on a cheek would.
So the thing that I'm stuck on is that because you've been doing Wing Chun, if you want to get out of here with dignity, you just gotta fight everybody in the restaurant. Just start whooping
you have to kick
ass.
Everyone's ass. You have to kick every person's ass in that restaurant.
Yeah. Wow.
As I pull my shoe out of his hand, the server appears out of nowhere with the starters and asks if everything was all right. As I met the server's eyes, I knew I was saved. I put on my shoe, glancing at the gentleman, rubbing his forehead, all confused, leaning one hand on the floor. The server said, "I guess you don't want any starters. Don't worry about the wine glasses, just go now." The glasses had fallen and were broken after the table was headbutted. So she kicked this man's head into the table, which knocked over glasses and they broke.
Yeah.
The dripping wine was dripping from the edge of the table onto my skirt and onto the shoulders of the gentleman. Your outfit got ruined.
Yeah.
No, your outfit got ruined. This man took your shoes off too. I'm sorry. Your clothes were disrespected on this date, and you've been through a lot. This is a lot. I grabbed my purse, pulled out one of my business cards, and handed it over to the server. Thanked him, and if he wanted to meet for a drink or coffee, he just had to call me. Buck wild twist. That's a turn I was not expecting.
We've been married
in that moment,
for a year.
You know. As I walked off, I heard the gentleman scream, "Ouch, my hand, get off my hand." So I guess the server stepped on his hand. and Anna, get off my hand. Oh, you stepped on his hand. No, there were no more dates with the gentleman or going back to the same restaurant. I have met him a few times due to work, but that is a whole different story. But I did go on dates with the server.
So you were just keen to tell us a quarter of the story.
Again, we need another update now.
Yeah.
Because now you dated the guy who was at the foot fetish date.
I do feel like we're just...
You had to have talked about that.
Yeah, we're just going to end up doing a podcast off of Anna's updates.
Yeah. Yeah, we found our third co-host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a series in the mailbag to have an ongoing story. But I'm so happy I found your show on Spotify. I have binged it since I found it in July this year. In most episodes, there is a story that I can relate to or is actually similar to an experience of my own. Well, neither of us come close on this one. Thank you for being you, and I wish you all the best in all you do. Maybe a theme about going to the doctor or dentist. Just offering up another phrase as if your story isn't the only thing I'll ever think about again.
Yeah.
Take care and stay cool. Love, Anna. Anna, thank you.
Anna, thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you all, really. Thank you so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, Josh Johnson on Twitter, Josh J Comedy on Facebook, and Josh Johnson Comedy on TikTok and YouTube. We're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you're looking for Logan...
Wow, you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into our mailbag and just challenge our lives, you can email us.
Yeah, really change our week.
Show. Really just change. Yeah, this whatever week I was going to have is gone now. And it's this week now, whatever this has created. You can send those to joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. And if you can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We like to read those there too. And you can find bonus content, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We got some bonus podcast stuff. We got deleted clips, lost episodes, bonus videos, access to live shows. And speaking of live shows, we have one coming up. What is it? It's Sunday, September 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Did I get all that right off the top of my head?
Let me see. I want to check.
Pretty sure I nailed it with that. I'm pretty sure I nailed it.
It's the 25th if it's Sunday.
Ah!
Yeah.
Fuck.
But you were close.
Damn it.
Sunday.
No, I'm a failure.
September 25th.
I ruined it.
At 6 p.m.
There'll be tickets in the episode bio, and they're really fun. The last several we've had have. I think the last time we talked about the brave little toaster for a while. Watched some videos, so we're never sure what we're going to do when they happen. So you should join us.
You all have a great rest of the day, great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Go get you a snow cone.